Hi, today I thought I would make a short video about using acrylic stains on ceramics. I'm holding a dust brush. Usually whenever I do a piece of bisque, I always brush it off at first because as you can see they just accumulate dust. So so you don't pick the dust up in your paint. You just dust it off a little bit and you're ready to start staining. What I usually use to hold my paint, I put it out in small quantities. These are little paint trays. You can buy these anywhere. You can buy them at any craft store, Pat Catan's, Michael's, AC Moore, whatever happens to be available in your area. It's a good thing, so you can just put out small quantities of paint and you don't have to take the chance of upsetting the bottle or anything like that. When you're using acrylic stains, you usually want to use a white bristle brush. I'll find a good one here. This would be a good example. Stiff bristle brush, like the one that has a little movement to it, but you don't want a soft brush for staining, because you want to be able to work the paint in pretty well when you're staining. And the rule of thumb is use the biggest brush that you're comfortable with. Or use the smallest one that you're comfortable with. And there's no set rule of what you have to do. I would usually, the bigger the piece, obviously the bigger the brush. The bigger the area I'm going to stain, the bigger the brush I use. Depending on what's available in your area. Now these brushes that I'm going to show you here, I bought from a ceramic dealer, a Coke, it's called Coke Ceramics, and that they're close to where I live. But these are Duncan brushes, and they come in. Now these are stain brushes, and this is a personal preference. These are called the rounds. These are called the flats, and these are a small set of detail brushes. If you're just starting out with ceramics, you don't have to spend a ton of money on brushes. You don't have to buy terribly expensive ones either. Like this small set here is runs about $6.50, and if you take proper care of your brushes, they will last you a long time. I have brushes among these that have been here, probably I've had these brushes for going on 7 or 8 years. The trick is to make sure that you get them really clean. When you want to change brushes, if you don't want to keep jumping up and down, paint with this and then change to something else, get yourself a small container of water like this, and you can put your brushes in there to soak. But the important thing to remember is when you're done with your paint session, to wash your brushes very well. Wash them with soap and water. Work the soap into the bristles, because you'll be surprised at how much paint a brush will hold. The important thing is hold it against your hand and go like this and work the soap down into the bristles, and then rinse them well. Pull them out, reshape them if you have to, then stand them up or lay them down to dry, and that's all it takes. Now as far as acrylic stains go, again, it depends on where you live, what's available in your area. I personally prefer Duncan products, and I don't know if you have a Duncan distributor or dealer near you. You can't go wrong with their products. They're personally, this is a personal opinion only, I think they're the best acrylic stains going. They come in one size of bottle, as you can see, and this size bottle will last you a good while. When you're done with it, make sure they have a flip up lid. As you can see, this one's been opened, obviously. As long as you keep these closed, they'll last a long time. I've had some of them been open upwards to a year, and they're still in good condition. If you don't have a distributor or a dealer near you, the acrylic stains you can usually buy. You can pick up acrylic stains again at any craft store, like Pat Catan's, Michael's, AC Moore. No, I haven't done it, but I'm sure somewhere. If you've got a computer, you can find someone who deals in Dunkin' products, and if push comes to shove, you can always order them online. But once again, you can't go wrong with Dunkin' stains. I think they're the best ones going. Next video, I am going to show you a little staining, a couple different methods. I will show you how to dry brush. Again, there's no right or wrong way to dry brush, but I'll show you a couple different methods and get you started, and you'll be on your, before you know it, you'll be painting ceramics like a pro.